We'll be talking about the meniscus root reconstruction with hamstring graft.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to thank Dr. Sharath for this opportunity. So we'll quickly go into this meniscus root reconstruction. So what exactly is it? So it is meniscus root tears. According to, we're all quite familiar with this classification by Lepra et al. Type 1. Whatever tear is there within 1 centimeter of the attachment of the root will be a root tear. So quickly, there is type 1 partial tear, type 2 is complete. Now type 5 will be root tear with bony avulsion. Now why this is important, root tear? There's a lot of research going on in this field because probably one of the more neglected parts in the knee, especially the root tears. Now there's a recent meta-analysis by the Stidman group which says that almost 50% of these root tears, when it is repaired, when you take an MRI 1 year later, it's still not healed. All right, so now a lot of research regarding what else can be done to increase the chances of healing. And not only that, and we'll have to be anatomical when we're reconstructing the meniscus root. So for example, this paper which says that biomechanical consequences of a non-anatomical repair, they say that it did not restore any of the biomechanics of the knee joint, especially on axial loading. So what it basically means is that if it is non-anatomical reconstruction, it's as good as probably not doing it. So that's why it has more importance. Now coming to a few current concepts. Now Aaron Kitch, this is from the Mayo Clinic. These guys are doing a lot of research on the root tears, and so they propose a theory. If you see this paper, if you see the pictures on the left, they say that the root tear is not the first thing to happen. So there is axial loading, the root starts to, the meniscus starts, if you see that the meniscus starts to, because of the weight, starts to expand, and at one fine point, the meniscus gives way at the root, alright. So what they're saying is that because of axial loading, it is meniscus starts extruding first and then there's a root tear. It is not that root tears and then meniscus extrudes. So now as a result of this theory, they came up with the centralization stitch. You can see on the picture there, this is normal, the left, the first one. In the middle, the meniscus is extruded. So what they proposed was that you do a centralization stitch, especially just in front of the MCL, make a portal and put an anchor just in front of the MCL, and do a centralization stitch, hold on to the meniscus, pull it into the knee joint, and then do the reconstruction. So this was one of the theories that they proposed, and again the long-term results are awaited. This is one of the current concepts. Now what is the next thing that is going on? Again, this is, he is actually an anatomist, Stephen Andrews. So he evaluated the meniscus under the microscope, see the body of the meniscus and the root. What he found out was that the orientation of the collagen fibers is quite different, especially with where the meniscus attaches to the root. And the orientation is in such a way that it's something, a ligament sort of structure is holding on to the body of the meniscus. Alright. So with this finding in his paper, they propose a new type of meniscus reconstruction using the graft, hamstring graft. And this is what I'll show you. I've made a video of this. You can go through this, you'll exactly understand what I mean. So here we have a 48-year-old patient, right knee pain since 6 months, just that basically positive only for meniscus root. You can see the MRI. This is on the medial side. This is a T2 weighted image. You can see there is a tear of the medial meniscus root. Alright, this is a sagittal view T1 weighted image. That's the ghost sign there where the meniscus immediately disappears. So once you've confirmed, then we've doing the arthroscopy. You can see we've just picrusted on the medial side to open it up a little. The medial meniscus, we've debrided the medial meniscus, the fraying of the medial meniscus. What we've done is take a bite, like a luggage tagging. This is the usual root repair that we do. Take 2 stitches and using the fiber wire. That's a first pass, mini first pass. And then we have to identify the normal position of the root. denude the cartilage from that area, use a jig to make a drill hole. So like the usual meniscus root repair that we do. Alright, once we've done the meniscus root repair, so we'll have to harvest the graft like how we harvest for the ACL and prepare it on either side. So that's happening in the back table. Alright, so now we've done the tunnel, we've taken off the suture out of the meniscus root tunnel. And then you need an extra portal on the medial side just in front of the MCL so that you can use for suture management. So this is the extra step where you take a bite on the meniscus, mulberry knots to push it through to and fro to make space to pass the graft. So that the green stitch is the stitch from the graft, and now we've pulled the hamstring graft into the knee joint. So you take the thread and then you can take it down through the tunnel that we have made. Alright. Now once we've passed the graft, you can take it, pull it onto the tibia, and since we have both fiber wire and hamstring tendons, we'll have to suture the fiber wires first so that will hold the tension, and that will pull the meniscus and hold it in tension, and then we can use suspensory fixation, an anchor or a screw to hold the hamstring tendon. Now this picture will show you what exactly we've tried to do here. You can see this picture's representation. We've taken the hamstring, taken the bite on at the junction of the posterior 1/3 to anterior 2/3. Where we take the bite is very important, because if you're too towards the periphery or towards the joint, there is always a chance that when you pull, it cuts through the meniscal tissue. So where we take the bite is very important. Once we've taken the bite, the hamstring tendon, we just pass it through the tunnel, and then you can see we've put an interference screw to hold it. So before we put this, we'll have to tighten the fiber wire. And if you see the cross section there, we use the hamstring tendon. This is the root. This is anterior, this is posterior, this is the posterior horn of the medial meniscus. We've taken the bite at the posterior horn of the medial meniscus and then anchored it onto the with an interference screw. This is developed around 5-6 years back. There's a literature review you have around short-term outcomes, and most of the short-term outcomes are quite promising, that we are adding collagen, and then the repair rates are almost, they say, claimed rates are around 80%. This is quite a promising technique, especially if you're having a chronic medial meniscal root tear with retraction. When there is tissue loss, you can contemplate, instead of doing non-anatomical repair, you can use this hamstring graft to you will pass it through the meniscus and do an anatomical root reconstruction. Thank you.